I was ordained on November 10th, 2018, so pretty recently. I'm currently serving St. Lydia's Dinner Church in Brooklyn. There are so many meaningful things about being a pastor. For me, the most meaningful things are presiding at worship. I love to preside at the sacraments, to lead people in prayer, to lead the assembly. And I also love pastoral care. I think meeting with people, walking with them on their journey in faith, helping them to discover God's love and grace in their lives, in their particular situations. It's not something that happens immediately, but it's through those relationships. And you get to be a part of that as a pastor. You don't only get to know about your faith journey, but you get to walk with others. And I think that's one of the most meaningful things for me. I grew up with women pastors. I've always had women pastors in my life. There was never a question about whether I could do that. But coming to New York, I grew up in the Midwest. In New York, it feels like it's a new thing for a lot of people to see a female pastor. And so I'm constantly getting questions on the subway because I'm wearing a collar saying, are you a woman priest? Do I call you a priestess? Do I call you father? People are really confused. And now that I'm pregnant, it's really blowing people's minds. So people are like, I've never met a pregnant priest before. This is so exciting. And I'm like, yep. It's a calling that we can all be called to. And so I love being able to embody that for people, to witness to that just by my presence in a space. Most people don't talk to me, don't ask me, what are you doing? Are you actually that? But it's working on them just by seeing me present there. It expands their ideas about what ministry can be, where the church is active in the world, how God moves in our lives and calls us. I just want to encourage people that God has given us these gifts and called us to our various vocations. And whatever your calling is, know that God is with you in that. God is using you to serve the world, to share the good news of this grace, this forgiveness, this mercy, this new abundant life that we have received through Christ. So go with God's blessing and share that good news.
For the next generation of women who are maybe thinking about it, or maybe are already feeling the call to become a pastor, but they're still not so sure, what will be your best advice for them?
I think it's really important to have support networks in place. Being a pastor can actually be kind of a lonely job, because usually you're the only pastor in the congregation. And so reach out, find people who can pray for you and support you, who you can share your struggles with, you can bounce ideas off of. Those people will be invaluable for your ministry. We need each other. We can't do it alone. So find some mentors, find people who will walk with you in this journey of ministry.